Yep. All right, I recorded it. So we have to ignore the one in the second step basically. Oh, the audio is done. Yeah, so close that. All right. So we need to do the same as we did in the first feedback basically. If we start from the program reads airport from the input, considering the following features, we can just do this. Scanner. Yeah. It's okay if you record it like on your own to watch again. You don't trust like the YouTube channels and everything, but yeah. I don't think it's really that necessary. Yeah, because it's all gonna be on YouTube, by the way. There's like a whole channel for it. Like before. Scanner. There we go. Just do the scanner with the system input like usual. And then we make our array. So we need a airport array. In airports, the new array that has a total of 125 like field lines records. And we're gonna have a length because, by the way, like I will mention it again, there's only one version of these exercises. There's no EOF, there's no END. You guys don't have to deal with that. So there won't be any other versions either. In a way, it makes our lives way easier. We don't have to learn multiple versions of the main function. But yeah, the code is longer because of that. Like the main code, you have to write more functions. And then we have to do the while loop, just like we did before. Scanner has next line. But the difference starts from here. So we have two classes. It is telling us to put either an airport item with 4 fields. So name, city, runway, and time, or a mega airport item with name, city, runways, and time, but with terminals as well. How do we determine which input is which? Because the input is mixed up. You see, some have 5, some have 4. So we have to do a if statement to compare them. So if, no, actually, let's do this. We have to start with a string line equals to scanner next line. Because to be able to compare whether it is 4 items or 5 items, we have to tokenize it again. We have to tokenize it so we get the amount of tokens. And that amount of tokens is going to help us decide why, what are we going to put this into. So we have to do tokenization even within the main function. So we make the tokens in an array, and if the length of the tokens array, tokens.length, is equal to 4, because remember, we have 4 fields, name, city, runways, and time. You see, 0, 1, 2, 3, that's 4 in total. If the length of the array is 4, then we know it's an airport item. So we can put it in, like airport length equals new airport item, and we put the line in it. This is why we have to put it in too, by the way, because if we have only scanner next line, we cannot tokenize it. So you can't. I tried. Trust me, you can't split just straight up scanner next line and then split. That doesn't work like that. So you have to define the line first, and then And else, in this case, since we don't have more than 2 classes, so we only have 2 classes. We don't need like an else if to like check again or something. We can just straight up do. By the way, increment the array. If not, it's gonna like overwrite the same spot over and over again, and you never get anywhere. So if you want like your array to have more than 1 item, increment the length. And this is gonna be a mega airport. See? Because if it doesn't have 4, it has 5. And if it's 5, then it's mega airport. And that's how you like put it in. Put like both mega airports and airport items within the same array. And that's step 5, basically. Store all the records in a suitable array. And now we have to sort it using a method. Do this outside of the while loop, by the way. Don't mistake it. Like, if you do it inside the while loop, it's just going to skip and end the thing immediately, so you'll know. But remember to do this outside of the array. We're going to sort it using the natural order. Natural order, which means the comparable thing. So this thing, compare to, which is built into the class. So we're going to arrays, no, Y airport, arrays. Sort a airport from 0 to length, so all of them. And we don't need to do anything because, again, it's already done for us. It's built into the class. If there's no argument for what kind of comparator we'll use. It defaults to the thing that we made, the overridden compare2 method within that class. So that's why we don't need to do anything. It will just use the compare2 method. Airport. There we go. And then we need a new line. Because remember, everything is gonna be like spelled out within the past papers and the feedback test basically. But since everything is on the same line, if we're sorting two different ways, we need a new line, which you can do it by doing this. Just system out print in nothing. That's a new line. And then we can, below that, we can put in our alternate method. So we're sorted again, but this time we'll use a different method, which is new. We gotta invoke it. Invoke the airport comparator class that we created, this thing. So that's how you do it. You can do it in many ways. You can go from the airport class to the airport comparator, or you could just call the comparator. Because the main function has access to the airport comparator class because they're both in the, they're both inside of the airport class. You don't gotta do it, but you don't gotta do anything special. There we go. So now we have sorted in both using airport comparator and the compare2 method. Now we can, we're basically finished. So let me try running the code. Man, if the zoom thing would just get out of my face. No, I can just do this. I forgot. This thing. There we go. And I'll take this input. Control V. What the? Index out of bounds for leg 4. Oh, did I fuck up the indexing? Equals to 4. I must have done it. Length 4. Hold up. Where is it? Where did I write it again? Oh, it's in the new class. 4. Parse in tokens 4. Huh. Where is this getting wrong at? Wait. Exception to main thread for aviation airport main equals. Oh yeah. Oh, I put in a freaking column instead of the actual semicolon. Yeah, don't make that mistake. I fucked that up. Holy shit. Yeah, that's why. Yep. All right, now we can try again. Control V. Now that's good. There we go. And I'll use the diff checker to save you guys some time, okay? Diff checker. You can't use this in class. You have to eye it. Unfortunately, you have to eye it. But for this part, again, like our outputs are both inside of the. Where is the difference? 150. What the hell? Is it tripping or something? 6. Oh, there's a 9th. Oh, no, but why is it? What the hell? Okay, that's odd. Do that again. Standard output. Change text. Actually. I do not know why the hell diff checker is saying that. Is there a difference? I have to check again. What the hell is going on? Okay. Or did I copy the input again? Coach in Zurich, 360. Zurich Cloten, yep. Toronto Prep. If you guys have been following along, try again and text and tell me if the diff checker is just fucking up or am I fucking up? Because this is ridiculous. What the? Okay, I'll try the bottom one as well. Let me see that. Because the bottom one is corresponding to the output of the file, by the way. This. What the? Barcelona. What is the difference here? Huh. It's in the GitHub, guys. You guys can go for it. Can go inside the GitHub on B3 and you can see it. I'll just send it here, I guess. Copied. Input. There we go. Huh. Let me try with the other file. Because this file I tested and it absolutely works. The airport v2 file. I'll run this one instead. Basically the same code. Control V. All right. Never thought this would happen, but you know. Yeah, it works. It's the same. Okay. I don't know what the hell happened to my other file. I don't know why it's different, but this one, which is identical, works. Yeah, I did the exact same thing too. Airport line, mega airport. I did not do anything different. Yeah, I didn't. That's not like there's much I can do different anyways. Is this top level like I mentioned? It is. All right. So it's just like, can you guys confirm to me, like, do your own checks and see if like it's just tripping out? Like diff checker is just tripping out or something? Or is there an actual difference here that I'm not noticing? I'm copying it wrong for some reason. Comma instead of semicolon at the end. Comma, semicolon, comma. Wait. Let me try running the thing again. Yeah, I'll send the code. You guys should check because checking is important. It's gonna tell us, you know, that I see at the word limit. Seems I can't do anything about that. Comma instead of semicolon at the end. Yes, you are right. That is amazing observation from you. Yes, that is true. There is a comma instead. You see these little mistakes, like they can happen anytime. Like I've never gotten it before. This is like my first time getting it, and I didn't even pay attention. All right, then we found the mistake, I think. Let me try that again. Semicolon. Make sure to not make these mistakes in the exam, guys. Don't be like me. Clear. This one. And then standard output here. There we go. We got our answer. And this one is going to be your second input output. Again, check it with the output CSV. There we go. So yeah, that's the issue here. Do not mix up the two strings or anything like that. So like look through even the semicolon, guys. Like look through like your format. See whether it's correct or not. You cannot like, again, I found this out because there's diff checker, but if diff checker wasn't there, I would have just glossed over it because usually I never make a mistake with the formatting. So you really have to pay attention. You really have to. So yeah. Thanks for whoever, you know. Yep. You guys are pointing out the right issue. It was exactly that. So anyways, there shouldn't be any other issues with the main function, right? Does anyone have any questions? Any questions, guys? Anything at all? If not, like we'll move on to the library. which is gonna be the past papers, by the way. I'm gonna have it open right here. Boop. All right, since no one seems to have any questions, let's move on to looking at the past papers. I'm gonna full screen a little. I had a problem with the code. What's wrong, actually? Object equals. Oh, that's just it. The thing is, like, whatever you name it it is just that. It is the name of the parameter. You can name it whatever the hell you want. As long as you use it correctly, there is no issue. Like, this is not an issue, by the way. It's not a problem. It's just a difference in how you name it. Because a lot of people, when I was teaching them like individually, they were like, wait, city name and then name? Are we comparing like are we comparing the parameter to the city's field, or are we comparing the fields to each other? Like, it just confused people, because when they're both like just name and name, people are confusing it. So the line and name are the exact same thing. They are the parameter that you are putting into the function. So they are not the fields of the enum itself, nor are they like that's the city.name. Oh yeah, and you have this. That's not the issue, by the way. Like, the issue is that you're using this because you're looping through city. Remember, for city, like the small city is the item that you are comparing. So don't use this. Don't use this. Use city. That's what you're getting wrong here. Because the city is the item within the values array that we're looping through and we're comparing it with. The city is representative of the city, the items inside of the enum itself. Let me check. Equals. Yeah, that's your issue. It's city.name, not this.name. If that's giving you an error, yeah, that's probably why. Check again and tell me if you got it solved, okay? I'm gonna continue with the past papers. So the past papers, this is from our senior, and it gives us a library program, which basically you have the package library, and you have 3 fields, very short, like not even 4, 3. And as you can see here, the third step is just defining the tokenization and make sure they're readable and final. Like, you don't even have the equals and hashes. You don't have the 2 beginning constructors. It's just the 2. It's just like the steps that actually matter. So you guys can see that that's why we skipped through all of it, because he didn't give it. Like, even in the past, and he said it himself, like, it doesn't matter. You can skip it in the feedback test upcoming one as well. And in the enum publisher, you can see the fields that we have to use, and everything else is mostly the same. I'll go through the code. Like, I'll code it out in a bit, but I just want to show you the difference. And in the main function, it reads book records from the input. You see? The steps that contain CSV, EOF, like throwing errors, none of it is going to be in the actual exam. And the output, you just have like two versions of the output within the same thing, separated by an empty line, which is what I did here. And what I did for all of the exercises. See? Just like this. So that's why I skipped through all those steps, and I say they're not really needed. All right, I'm going to go through the actual code itself. I'm going to create a new package called library v2. I name it v2 because there's already library in the code, so I can't do it again. v2. Then new Java class. Let me shut down everything. Just here. So we have to define the class book with a title with a string. And the publisher is an enum. We'll just skip that for now. And then we make the enum. Again, the enum is gonna be a static nested class. So remember, static nested, just go straight up. Public static nested. Technically, you probably don't even need the no, it's not we don't have to write nested. You don't even need the public keyword. It's just that Todd does it. So whatever he does, we would like to follow that. And assuming that there's no other files that clash with this, the public doesn't really matter. The public keyword, like it's gonna do nothing anyways. So just say public static class, or in this case enum. Just not risk. Don't risk it. Sure. Then we can have the enum values inside. Penguin. I hate the fact that, yeah, I'm just gonna copy them from here, from the actual thing itself. Because again, I can't copy from this. This is a picture. This is a picture embedded inside of the PDF, a scanned photo. So I'm just gonna copy like the mundane stuff so I don't have to write it out myself. You guys know what it's like. Remember, there's a semicolon at the end to end everything. So that's how you can avoid errors. So it signifies the end of statement. And we have a private final string name. There we go. And for that, we need a constructor. We need a constructor, or else and then we need a we already did the corresponding name value by invoking the constructor. Define the static method. So we need to do parse publisher. So the parsing method. Again, just do it is a static method. So public static publisher and parse publisher. Publisher with a parameter of string line. I call it line. You can call it string if you want. I don't see why you would do that, but calling it line is just the default for me at this point. If dot equals, if it's equal, by the way, not we're checking if it's equal or not. So no, not even this. I forgot the for loop because we have like a bunch of values we have to sift through. We have to do publisher. Damn it, publisher. Values. Again, the values array is built in and it basically has all these fields. That's why we're looping through that array. This is the array we're looped through. This is each item in the array which belongs to the publisher class. That's what the for loop means. If you somehow didn't get that. If publisher dot name and line, if they're equal to each other, we return the publisher itself. We return the the enum value over here. And if we find nothing, we return null. Again, no error handling, don't have to deal with that. And we finally have a toString method. toString, generate toString. Get rid of all of this. We don't need that. Just this. We just need to work with the name. So, and that's our enum. You can close it so that it doesn't clutter the screen. And now you can finally define the field. Publisher. There we go. And then we do all of the standard things, tokenization, toStrings, constructor with nothing. I'll just take it from the other one. You guys don't need to, you guys already know this. So close all of you. I don't even need to say anything. Ah, damn it. I copied the whole thing. There we go. Ugh. There we go. You see, we have to parse it. Remember, we have to invoke the enum class, use the parsing function on the tokens so that it is a valid field that we can, use as a string. Remember that. You can't just do tokens.1 and be done with it. It will show you an error. Tokens like brackets 1. You can't do just that alone. And then we do toString, none. String format again. I'm trying to not fuck up this time. Like not make the wrong stuff again, just like I did before. Careful with this one. There we go. It is all semicolons. And we go title. Actually, we don't even need that much. Title, publisher, price. That's all. We have 3 fields in this one. Remember, 3 fields only 3 of these. Don't like instinctually like put in a 4th one by mistake. And now we implement the comparable interface. Implements comparable. The solution code to this problem is also in the PDF, and you can copy it, but if you want my version, it's also in the zip file. Mostly the same anyways. Then we do compare to. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'll do it on my own. Stop being lazy at this point. Objects dot equals this dot we're doing the price of the book ascending, descending. So the price of the book descending first. Price. Price. Objects dot compare. Price. Price. Comparator, by the way. You're calling on comparator for the natural reverse order. So it's gonna be descending, and I got the wrong one again. Reverse order. Yeah, we don't even need another one. We only have 2 fields to compare. So return objects compare this title. Actually, there's no name. Title. And ascending. All right, the Zoom meeting will end in 10 minutes. I'm just gonna zoom through the steps as fast as I can, just so I don't hold you guys back for too long. I don't want a 3rd meeting, honestly. It's gonna be a lot for you guys too. So ascending, I did that correctly. Oh shit, but there's so much to go through. Okay, I'm gonna do the book comparator class immediately. Okay, so remember, for a static nested class, just go public static class comparator. And then I'm gonna just copy the whole thing over because it is the exact same thing. I'll just do the override step so you get it. Override and then go for the. No, I have to implement. Implements comparator. And it is comparing to a book item. Comparing book items. So generate override methods and choose the last one. Choose this one, okay? And then it will generate like the scaffolding for you. You don't have to do it, but this time I'll just copy everything. Yeah, damn it, I can't copy it. Really annoying. Oh. Come on. There we go. That's it. Natural reverse. Let me see. Yep. Ascending, descending. This is descending, ascending. So like it's just the reverse of each other. The compare to and the compare and the comparator. It's title price. Yep. And for the extra ebook class, remember, is a top level class and it has package level. So you just do class only ebook, and then remember, if it's a subclass, you extend from the main class. Extends book. And then I'm just gonna copy the rest in. Actually, I shouldn't. I should write it out. Since this is like one of the newest things. Remember, to get rid of the error, just go immediately. No. You define the field first. Private. Because it's going to be private and read only, so I'm just going to do private final and size. Int size is an integer size. And then generate a constructor none init this dot size equals. You have to tokenize it, by the way, because because you have a string line as an argument, and you already have the super classes like line, so you just do tokenization with that line. Tokens. Because we're taking the integer parse int tokens. And you can do a different thing, by the way. If you don't want to like have to decide for yourself which length it is, you can always do tokens length -1. It gives you the exact same thing if you just counted this 0, 1, 2. This is gonna be 3. But the tokens.length -1 is the same thing. If you're like quick-witted, you understand that. He does this in class. But for simplicity's sake, let's just count it. 1, 2, 3, 3. 0, 1, 2. And then 3 are down here. Because remember, we already used the constructor of the superclass to make the other ones. Then we just do the toString. This is where I screwed up last time. Not gonna do it again. I'm sure of it. I did not. There we go. Name. Nope. Super string. Because remember, we're also using the super classes or the main classes to string to help us, get the output that we want. We don't just want the size; we want all of it. So super to string, and then size. That's the class, I think. Did I miss anything? Tell me if I did. Derive from ebook. Define the class. Main function. And then finally, the main method. The main method will be basically the exact same. It's gonna be a method within the main class. So we just do the main keyword, and we get our class, and we just have to fill it up. It's gonna be just like last time. I'm just gonna copy everything out again, up until like this part. Dude, you know what? Screw it. Write it out myself. Somehow how fast I can write. Five. Why do I keep capitalizing it? And then we have wow, scatter, next line. We do string line equals scanner dot next line. Then we do have the string tokens. Again, I didn't fuck up on the separator. Hope I didn't on the other things. Yep. And then we do the if statement. 3 this time. Remember, it's 3 because we only have 3 fields. Not length. The length of it is n. Dot I know I'm fucking up typing today. Apparently, I have forgotten how to type. You guys can, if you guys think that you're already understanding everything, just give me your questions right now because the meeting's gonna close in like a few minutes. So just throw me your questions while I finish up this thing. So, okay, then outside of it, sort books, euro, length, it, and then 4, 9. Out. And we're gonna do books. What did I do? There we go. Remember the separation in the middle, okay? You actually cannot forget the new line because the input is gonna be both in the same thing. You have to make sure you have this so you can separate the two of them and check like more efficiently. I think you could fail if you don't do this too. Remember to invoke the book comparator that you made for the second one. It's not the same thing. All right, I'll run it right now. Any questions at all? If not, like we can wrap it up like as I run this and check it, you know? Run. Let's go. There we go. I actually don't have the input right here. Let's go to ChatGPT. Yeah, you can convert it to plain text here and just copy it, just like how I did. There you go. It gives me an output. And I can compare it to the ones over here, which I already did. It should be correct. Anyways, any questions? Nothing? Okay, then I'll spend the last minute. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for coming. Like, we still have more plans to come. There's the lab exam, the theory exam. Maybe we'll do like an in-person meeting for the theory one. But yeah, if you don't have any questions, like I suggest you practice this like the past paper one hard, and you practice the B3 questions without the error handling and file handling. If you want to do that, it is completely your choice. Like you can study up on the error handling, you can ask about it, and you can be prepared for every situation basically, even though it's not coming. If you and the warm up will